Okay, so Unit 1 for Prepare 5 students. So Prepare 5 students, level B1, but advanced level B1. This year we're going to try and get the PET exam, is that right? Yes, that's the objective, right? So, boring topic in topic 1, very boring. Countable and uncountable nouns, and determiners. We don't like them. But you've got to practice it. You can't keep getting this wrong all the time, and everyone gets it wrong all the time. So let's have a look. Countable and uncountable nouns. Countable and uncountable nouns. First, what we're starting with here is very easy. Some nouns are countable, some are uncountable. Except sometimes some nouns can be countable and uncountable. Let's have a look. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. So, a card or 2 cards. A phone or 2 phones. Well, yeah, okay, easy, right? A few countable nouns have irregular plurals. This you should know, and it's something that everyone gets wrong. Really advanced students get this stuff wrong all the time, and it drives me mental, right? It's child is one child, children is several, right? They are several children. No, one child, 2 children, okay? Woman, what's the plural of woman? What happens when there are 2 of them? Women, and yes, I am pronouncing that correctly. Women, 1 woman, 2 women, right? I know that doesn't sound logical, but it's true. Now, this is one that really annoys me, right? And you must get this into your head. 1 person, 2 people. Everybody says persons, and then they say the people is, because they think it's like a collective that you can refer to in singular. No, people are. And persons, nobody says persons. Maybe a lawyer or a judge would say persons, but it's like, yeah, we don't use that in everyday language, in colloquial conversation. Anyway, 1 person, 2 people. Remember that for the love of whatever you hold dear. Uncountable nouns are always singular, right? So fairly simple, we say the bread is, information is. But then there's some confusing ones like news, right? I know that news has an S, and I know that you treat it as a plural noun. In Spanish, for example, they'll say the word noticias, las noticias. But no, not in English. No, never. The news is uncountable, right? We talk about, have you seen the news? And we're talking about, yes, it was very depressing. The news today was very depressing. Not were, was. Not are, is, right? Is very depressing. The news is very depressing and has been for a long time, hasn't it now? The news is very depressing. Homework, another one that causes problems, because, and I don't mean to keep speaking in Spanish, but it's another good example, right? You talk about los deberes, and it's plural, but no, not in English. No, not in English at all. Homework, we treat it like work. It's uncountable. The homework is very difficult. I have a lot of homework, not homeworks. No? For God's sake. Yeah? Right? Okay. Money. And when I say money is uncountable, so, well, I've been counting my money. Yes, but you don't have 1 money and 2 monies. You have 1 euro and 2 euros. No? You can count euros, you can count coins, you can count notes, but you cannot count money. Exactly. Right, water. Yeah, okay. Here come some exceptions. Oh no, not yet, wait. We can use other phrases to count these nouns. Yes, so you can, instead of saying a bread, you say a slice of bread. Money, no, but you can say a lot of money, a great deal of money. You can say 2 glasses of water, right, obviously. But some nouns, I know, some nouns can be both countable and uncountable. I know, right? There is a strange noise coming from that box. There is a noise. One noise. That is a noise. No? But can you hear that noise? Not a very good example. No, I think a better example would be, I can't stand all the noise, right? All the noise is really annoying, right? We're talking about noise uncountable. That could actually be one noise, couldn't it? Can you hear that noise? Yeah. But anyway, you get the idea. No, it can be countable. The noise is unbearable. The noises are unbearable. Hair, obviously, you can talk about a hair. There is a hair in my soup. I've got long hair. It doesn't mean you have just one really long hair. No? You've got all of your hairs are long, equally, so hopefully. Do you want a coffee? Do you want a coffee? Yes, obviously, a cup of coffee maybe is more correct, but people say that. They say, I want to grab a coffee. Yeah? Do you want to get a coffee sometime? Very creepy, but people say it. Coffee is my favourite drink. Coffee, uncountable. Coffee, the drink, is my favourite, right? Anyway, determiners, here they come. Here they come. This is the one we get. We get all of these confused all the time, but we're going to do a lot of exercises in today's class to hopefully, I don't know, start to remember when to use these correctly. So we've got some, any, no, many, much, plenty of, a lot of, several. So several things to remember there. We use some, any, no, plenty of, a lot of with plural countable nouns, right? So with things. And uncountable nouns. Stuff. Yeah, uncountable and countable, right? We can use all of these. Okay? So it says, careful. Note, we can use a lot of and lots of with the same meaning in positive sentences. Yes. People always ask, are they different? No, they're not different. A lot of and lots of are the same thing, right? Okay. In positive sentences generally, right? I've got some biscuits and some cheese. Biscuits are countable. Cheese is uncountable, but we can say some for both. It doesn't matter. Some biscuits and some cheese, right? We haven't got negative sentence. We haven't got any apples or any milk, right? Now this is important, what we are going to see in the next sentence, okay? You can use no oranges and no fruit juice, and you could say no apples and no milk, of course, absolutely. But be careful. Is the sentence negative or positive? In the first sentence that we have here, we haven't got, that's negative, right? So we use any. We haven't got any apples. If the sentence is positive, but you want a negative connotation, then we use no. So you can say there are no oranges, and the shop has no fruit juice. The shop has, there are, but we mean negative, no oranges. You cannot say, even though a lot of people do, even native speakers, you cannot say, technically, that we haven't got no apples or no milk. That would be wrong, that would be incorrect. And you couldn't say, there are any oranges, or the shop has any fruit juice. Any is not a negative word, right? No is a negative word. But you can't have two negatives in the same sentence in English. Hope that makes sense. Let's carry on. I've bought, can we see this? Yes. I've bought plenty of vegetables and cheese. Plenty of? More than enough, yes. There will probably be more than is necessary. But yeah, we have plenty. There will be plenty, yes. The amount that we need will be sufficiently satiated by the amount that I have bought, right? Good. There are a lot of people here today, but there isn't a lot of food. Yeah, a lot of, we can kind of use a lot of in almost any sentence. Not very common in questions, but it could be used in a question, I suppose. We use any in questions and negative sentences, right? Questions and negative sentences. In positive sentences, we use no. Look, another example. Is there any cake? I'm asking. There is no cake. I don't need any help, right? So you could say, I need no help, but I don't need any help. You could say there isn't any cake or there is no cake, right? I hope that's clear again. Let's see. We sometimes use some in questions when we offer something and if we expect the answer to be yes. Also when we're asking for something. Can I have some food, please? I'm very hungry. But yeah, when we're offering things as well. So, for example, would you like some tea? I'm offering some. Would you like some tea? Yeah, no? Some tea? A bit of whatever? No? Yeah, we're offering something so we can use some. You can use some in questions. We use it in several contexts. But usually when we're offering something or asking for something, it's that kind of interaction of where you want something or you want to give something. No? Okay. So we use many or not many with countable nouns in positive and negative sentences. So many. Now I know I don't want to speak in Spanish too much, but much is like mucho and many is like muchos, right? So many is for countable plural nouns. Let's have a look at some examples. Many students enjoy meeting in this cafe. So many can be used in positive sentences, but it sounds a bit formal. For example, I would probably tend to say a lot of students enjoy meeting in this cafe. But you can say many, and it sounds okay, right? But particularly in negative sentences and in questions is where we use many. We don't have many places to meet our friends. We don't have many places, right? Do you go to many parties during the holidays? Now here with much is more strict. We don't use much in positive sentences. Look, we use much or not much with uncountable nouns, in negative sentences and in questions. We use a lot of in positive sentences and in questions. It sounds very strange, very antiquated if we use much in a positive sentence. It doesn't sound right to a native speaker. It sounds odd. So, for example, here, my brother isn't much help around the house. Bit of a strange example. It's a kind of like a set phrase now. Yeah, he isn't much help. He doesn't help much. But yeah. My sister always gives me a lot of help, right? It would be very strange to say here, my sister always gives me much help. You know, unless you're reading old novels, which at B1 probably not, right? You're not going to see much in positive sentences, right? Do you watch much or do you watch a lot of sport on television? Yeah, a lot of is great. You can just use a lot of everywhere, really. But do you watch much sport on television? Several is a word that for some reason everyone forgets, but it's a word that we use all the time. I've used it several times today already. We use several with plural countable nouns. I've got several friends in the States. in the United States. Okay, let's have a look at the exercises, because I think the best way to see if you are understanding this exercise is to basically just do it. Now let's have a look at some exercises here. So, number 1, it says choose the correct option. Whoa, and how well can that be seen on screen? Pretty well, I would say, no? Pretty damn well. Okay, so how much or many teenagers came to the party? Teenagers are countable. We would ask, how many teenagers came to the party? Did many come? How many came? Number 2. Toby has been to that club any times? You cannot use any in a sentence that is positive. You use it in a negative sentence, right? Tony has been to that club a lot of times. Many times, yeah. He has been there many times. A little bit formal for me. Many in a positive sentence, but it's okay. It doesn't sound mental. It sounds okay, you know. All right, number 3. I haven't got homework tonight. I haven't got a lot of homework tonight. Yes, several. First of all, we would only see several in a positive sentence, really. And it would be to describe something plural. No, several people, several friends, several events. So no, I haven't got a lot of homework tonight, so I can watch a film when I finish it. Yeah, brilliant, excellent. I haven't got a lot of homework tonight. Yeah, good. Number 4. I went out twice at the weekend, so I've got money to spend today. So we could say I haven't got any money, but it says I've got no money. If the sentence is positive, to make it negative, we can use the word no. Okay, so I've got no money to spend today. Good. Number 5, Sarah goes to France quite often. I think she has much friends. She has much friends. Remember I said much, if you're a Spanish speaker, is like mucho, right? So you can't say that with friends. You can't say mucho amigos. That doesn't make sense. So, no, it would have to be several friends. She has a few friends. She has several friends in France. Wonderful. I'm very happy for Sarah. Number 6, I can't find many information. You could say I can't find much information because information is uncountable. I can't find much information about the times of the trains, but in this case, I can't find any information, is what we could say. No, I have found no information. My search has been fruitless, right? Number 7, we haven't got no bread. We haven't got no bread. No, we don't say that. We don't say that. It's a double negative. No double negatives, okay? So, we haven't got much bread. We've got some bread, but not much. Not enough. But there is plenty of cake or several cake. We could say there are several cakes, but no, there is plenty of cake. There's a lot of cake. There's more than enough cake. It's fine. Don't worry. Let them eat cake. 8. Do you know what's happening at the school? Have you heard news? Oh, this tricky word. News. Have you heard any news or many news? Have you heard, maybe you could say, have you heard much news recently? But no, have you heard any news today? I need to know. Have you heard any news? Any news at all? Have you heard any news? You see how the word any is not negative? Anyway, let's have a look at the next activity. 6 of these sentences are incorrect. Rewrite them in the correct form. Well, I'm not going to waste my time rewriting them all, but what I will do is have a look at them and see how I can correct them here in exercise 2. So, let's see. It says in number 1, remember 6 of them are incorrect. 2 of them are correct. So, Angela has coloured her hairs pink. It's great. Her hairs? What? Which ones? Just 3 or 4 of them? No, that doesn't make sense. Angela has coloured her hair pink. No? That makes some more sense, I think. Number 2, it says, do you prefer coffee or fruit juice? Sounds good to me. So remember 2 of them are going to be correct. Number 3, we had several fun when we went to the beach. Fun is uncountable. We could say, for example, we had several good times, maybe several good days when we went to the beach last summer. But we had several fun? No. I would say we had a lot of fun. Yeah, I think we had a lot of fun, lots of fun when we went to the beach. Okay, number 4. Did you get much help with your homework? Did you get much help with your homework? That sounds good to me. I can't see any problems with that. Number 5. I put any sugar in my tea, but it tastes sweet. Oh, well, why does it taste sweet if you didn't put any sugar in? I think I've given you the answer there. You can't say I put any. I put any? No, I think the connotation has to be negative here. No, because it says, strangely enough, it tastes sweet. So I think we've got 2 options here. We could either say, I didn't. Oh, that looks awful, doesn't it? We could say, I didn't put any sugar in my tea, or I put no sugar in my tea. I would go for this to emphasize, I didn't, right? You want the people to know that you definitely didn't do that, right? I didn't put any sugar in my tea, but it tastes sweet. Why does it taste sweet if I didn't put any sugar in it? Bizarre, crazy. Okay, number 6, it says, don't make a lot of noises when you come in late. Well, technically, I don't know if that's wrong grammatically, but it just doesn't sound very natural, does it? I think I would say, don't make a lot of noise when you come in late. Okay, don't make a lot of noise. Uncountable, right? Just sounds better, doesn't it? Make a lot of noises separately. No, don't make in general a lot of noise when you come in, right? Okay, number 7. There is any place for children to play around here. I think you can't say no any. You could say there isn't any or there is no place. I think the easiest thing to do here would just be to remove the word any. There is no place. There is no place or there isn't any place for children to play around here. Okay, number 8. We had much trouble with our car on holiday. Well, in the olden days we would have said that. Now, much in a positive sentence doesn't really sound very good. We had a lot of trouble with our car on holiday. Okay. Good. Let's have a look at the final activity here then. So, I think this one, to be honest, is a little bit ambiguous. A little bit better if we go on here, it gives us more of the options. So, Let's see. We have to use these words to fill in these gaps, okay? I think this is a little bit ambiguous. I think there's more than one possible answer, so I'm going to see what the computer says. But I'll tell you the possibilities, right? So it's a conversation between Katie and her dad. What are we going to say? No, several, much. I mean, Dad, I haven't got... Well, it could be any. I haven't got much money. Let's see what they say. I haven't got any money. I haven't got any money. I've got no money at all. I've got no money, or I haven't got any money. I haven't got any money. Can you lend me... I would say, can you lend me some? In fact, I don't think there's any other possibility there, is there? I don't know. Can you lend me some? Can you lend me some? Haven't you got money from your birthday? I suppose, haven't you got a lot of money from your birthday, or some money from your birthday? I think probably some. Oh, any, of course. Yeah, you could say any as well. Yeah, haven't you got any money from your birthday? You've got no money from your birthday. I guess he's surprised. Now he's like, what? Haven't you got any money from your birthday? I don't understand. People gave you money, didn't they? I guess maybe, like quite a few people gave you money. Several, maybe it's several. Several people gave you money, didn't they? I don't understand how you've spent all your money so quick. You've got a problem, Katie. Katie, what does she say? I had to spend it on things for school at the beginning of term. I had to spend maybe a lot of it. A lot of it, I guess. Yeah, I had to spend a lot of it. Most of it went on that. I had to spend a lot of it on things for school at the beginning of term, and I bought Mum perfume last week. I bought Mum Uncountable thing. I bought her some perfume, I guess. Yeah, I bought some perfume last week, so I've got money left now. I've got zero money. I have got no money left now, I think. Yeah, good. It isn't fun going out when you can't even buy an ice cream. It isn't, I guess, much fun or a lot of fun or any fun. It is no fun at all. Right, yeah, absolutely. It isn't any fun going out when you can't even buy an ice cream. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Okay, here you are. Thanks, Dad. You're a star. Cheers, Dad. Thanks for the money. We're finished for today. Goodbye. See you in the next one.